New Year's resolutions are a wonderful thing. It's a chance for us to set up goals to be a better version of ourselves as time passes. And this year, I've decided that I'm going to be the best possible version of myself. Tie the One-Up Guy Deluxe, if you will. Resolution complete. In 2017, the Nintendo Switch released, and this was a huge deal for Nintendo. After their previous console, they needed something big, something to bring them back into the competition, and that's exactly what they got. With its stellar titles and genius home portable mechanics, the Nintendo Switch flew off the shelves. But with the Wii U in the rearview mirror, what was going to happen with all the great games on that console that nobody got to play?
We can't let those go to waste. We can double profit on those.
Holy crap. Well, since some of those games were locked to the Wii U, a lot of people didn't get to play them because a lot of people were smart and didn't buy a Wii U. And with the Nintendo Switch nearing its end, it really set in with me just how many of these titles are Wii U ports. Now, some of these are just straight up ports, while others got the... What else could you possibly want? The Nintendo Switch is home to 4 deluxe Wii U games, the first of which was presented pretty close to the Nintendo Switch's launch, that being Nintendo's excuse not to make a new Mario Kart in over 10 years because this thing hasn't slowed down in sales, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I remember seeing this and thinking, man, this is gonna hold me over until we get the brand new Mario Kart on the Switch.
It may be a decade in the console late, but it's about time. But when it came out, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was a pretty important title. It released in April of 2017, which was a little over a month after the Switch's release. Having a Mario Kart right out of the gate like that is huge. Not to mention a title as good as 8 was, plus the DLC and all the updates, but if you were someone like me who already owned 8 on the Wii U, what would convince you to double dip?
I mean, it's got Mario on it, so that's enough for me.
This is where the Deluxe comes into play. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably the best of all the Deluxe Nintendo Switch titles because 1, it fixed a ton of the shortcomings of the Wii U original, and 2, it added some new content. 8 Deluxe brought back Mario Kart Double Dash's double item box, which was huge because in the Wii U version of 8, you can only hold 1 item at a time, which honestly was not so great. So now you can hold 2 items, making for much more strategy. Following that, a new drift was added, breaking the series staple of orange and blue drifts only. Now if you hold the drift button long enough, you can pull off a huge purple drift. These 2 alone are already big changes. Both of them changed the gameplay formula a decent amount, but 8 Deluxe wasn't quite done yet. They fixed arguably Mario Kart 8's biggest issue, its piss miserable battle mode. In the Wii U original, they completely sidelined battle mode. In this one, there were no actual battle maps. No, instead you just drove around the in-game tracks and threw items at each other. But due to the tracks being, well, tracks, this sucked! There was no reason to boot up battle mode, so thank goodness they fixed the battle mode completely. With 8 new maps, battle-specific items, and over 3 new game modes, battle mode was back and honestly better than ever.
And if you still weren't sold, the game added new characters.
With so much new content and the ability to play Mario Kart 8 on the go, this was for sure a must-have on the Nintendo Switch. The deluxe treatments were looking good. In between Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and the next one, we would get a series of ports. It wasn't until 2019 when we would get our next deluxe Wii U game, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Ow.
Okay, so I adore the new Super Mario Bros. Games. In fact, they're some of my favorites of all time. You can't deny that 4-player multiplayer is chaotic fun. But I can admit, they did start to feel a little samey after the 4th installment. 2D Mario needed a shaking up. And in 2019, we got the exact opposite. When a new Super Mario Bros. Game comes out, the best thing that it can do over the next one is new levels. But nope, in 2019, a deluxe port of the Wii U's very own New Super Mario Bros. Luigi U was released on the Nintendo Switch. And you know what was new about it? Oh no. So, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe changed just a few things. First of which, the game added Toadette to both New Super Mario Bros. And Luigi U. Toadette is just a tad bit different from Mario and Friends though. She has much better traction, can swim better, and has an exclusive power-up that's essentially just an easier flying squirrel suit. But due to Toadette being added, for some reason this means you cannot play as Blue and Yellow Toad at the same time, which means someone is forced to play as Toadette or Nabbit, the easy mode characters when playing 4 players. Following that, they mapped the mid-air spin button to A. Why? That's stupid! I don't know, just something about this package overall screams lazy. Like, I don't know, throw in a level pack or something. A new set of coin battle stages. All the exclusive Wii U gamepad content for the original is obviously gone, so at the end of the day, unless you just really like Toadette, this is the inferior version of the game. But regardless of that, the Nintendo Switch did go on to have a wonderful year in 2019, so the game was forgotten about rather quickly. Jump ahead to 2020, the year the world was mourning the lack of a brand new 2D Mario so hard that everything collapsed on itself. But maybe the announcement of the long-awaited Pikmin 4 would cheer us up.
Too bad that was 2 years out.
Nope, instead we got the next deluxe port to the Switch. Now here's the issue I started to have with these. I was one of the few ding-dongs who bought and loved the Wii U.
And that says a lot about my character, huh?
But I owned and played these games back when they came out, so they really needed more than, oh, it's portable now to get me to double dip. So I was a little skeptical when it came to Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Honestly, I was thinking about skipping this one. There's nothing wrong with Pikmin 3, in fact it's my favorite Pikmin game, but I just didn't think it was a Nintendo Switch must-have. Then they announced the whole thing would be multiplayer. Yeah, no, needless multiplayer sells me every time, and honestly, with the amount of partners Pikmin 3 featured, yeah, multiplayer was smart. The game also included all the DLC bingo battle stages, which was nice because I know I never bought the originals. But even then, there was more to the package. This game featured a new Pikmin 2-esque side mode that has Olimar running through PNF 404 on the hunt for more treasure. Honestly, there's a lot to justify the double dip, and as I said before, multiplayer is a huge pull. Being able to search, battle, and explore with a player 2 adds so much more strategy and fun to the game. My brother and I had a blast double teaming the final boss. I was on distraction while he was out figuring out the puzzles we needed. And now, with Pikmin 1 through 4 on the Switch, it's just nice being able to play the whole collection here. Within the next couple years, we would get more Wii U ports, and it kinda seemed like the deluxe treatment was over, until, finally, in 2023, we were introduced to the final deluxe game that I would spend my money on. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Now, this one was a deluxe version of a Wii title, not a Wii U one, and I was 100% ready to skip out on this one. But I had a Nintendo Switch game voucher lying around, so I picked it up anyway. Kirby's Return to Dreamland was already a pretty solid title on the Wii, but the deluxe edition's a pretty big jump from the Wii original. It's got a brand new art style featuring bold lines around each character to make them pop much more, but as for original content, the game adds a couple of copy abilities. It adds an easy mode, which is kind of insane for a Kirby game, and a brand new extra mode featuring Magalore. And finally, a full minigame mode. For its $50 price point, I'd say it's a pretty good buy for Kirby fans. This is a good introduction to the Kirby series, too. The Nintendo Switch is home to plenty of remakes, remasters, and ports, a majority of which are from the Wii U, and it still shocks me to this day just how much of its library is re-releases. But being able to play a lot of these great games on the go will always be a treat, and I'm always very thankful for that. And even though it's only 4 of them, the deluxe set of ports brings some new things to the table. For the most part.
Well, after playing all of those, if I've learned one thing, it's that this bad boy is the root of all evil. What the? It is good to be back. I thought we got rid of you. You didn't get rid of me. I've just been stuck in that stupid case for the last couple of years. And that entire time, I've been sitting there wanting my revenge. Just turn around and leave peacefully or I'm gonna have to remove you again. Why does it always have to come down to this? Say goodbye, Tyler.
Any last words? Oh, crap.
Whew, just in time, huh? Yeah. Hopefully, that'll keep them until I run out of ideas.
Note to self. Don't open that.